Welcome, this is Zangler, the Tesla Semi Advocate, taking off from the new drone takeoff and landing location that is necessitated because they've begun construction on the adjacent property. This is the temporary guard shack we're flying over, and if you notice, there's been a little situation where a yard hostler, a person who drives yard trucks and just delivers trailers amongst the factory, does not drive out on the road, apparently put the trailer into this ravine and broke the guardrail. This guard shack is temporary, and one of the reasons for that is that issue, but the other driver is that new guard shack right there, the white one, is the one that is going to become operational, I think, pretty soon. I'm surprised it's not already. Because when a truck and trailer pulls in, and this is the only entrance that truck and trailers are allowed to use now, when he pulls in, he or she pulls in, there's not enough room. When they stop at the guard shack, there's the new Milan twin development, and that is where I used to take off and was a good vantage point. But I have found another one that is very good too. In any event, the new guard shack should start to be used pretty soon. And one of the developments that I noticed, first thing as I parked, was they're widening the road here. I call that Mount Tesla on the left. It is definitely Tesla property. And you can see they're doing the work here to widen the road because, as I mentioned, all deliveries, including to Gigafactory 1, all semis have to use this guard gate. To alleviate congestion at the main gate. Here is a batch of fresh Tesla semis right off the production line. I should point out that this flight was on Sunday, July 5th, the day after the July 4th celebration, and another very quiet day, which gives me a chance to zoom in and see what's happening. One question I invariably get on every video is how many semis are they producing a day? What's going on? I have no way of telling other than what you see here, new semis at this apparently an end of line little area. Those are 2 on one side without the fairings, and there were 5 on the other side. Just getting a good look at them. I think I see 2 long range and 5 standard range, but I haven't been able to get a really good look, but let me know what you think. So on the fairing is a trapezoidal cutout, and a lot of people are speculating on what that is for. Something that will blow the minds of anyone who's followed Tesla throughout the years is I am now willing to venture that that is for Lidar. You heard it right. That trapezoidal opening there is for Lidar. I believe Tesla will use it much the way that Rivian has talked about using their Lidar in the future, and that is to gather more data and ground truth to enable the full self-driving, autonomous driving to be more accurate and to improve quicker. I believe that Tesla is also going to do that, which will rock the Tesla world if it turns out to be true. Looking forward to getting the reaction from the viewers on that statement. And Tesla plays all of this stuff very close to the vest, so it could be that it's for another purpose. I've heard of Starlink, an additional camera, Lidar for overhead, or some sort of detection for overhead clearance. But I'm here to tell you, I think it is Lidar, and that every single Tesla Semi will be equipped with Lidar. I'm spending extra time taking a look at these. That's the long range, standard range, long range with the fairing. I might point out that one of the major breakthroughs on this program was the design of the torque drive axle and the efficiency drive axle. Only the efficiency drive axle is always in working, and the torque drive axle kicks in as needed for acceleration, for going up a grade. And you may remember that the original design of the Tesla Semi, as was announced, was going to have a Model 3 motor on each axle, each of the drive axles, not necessarily the steer axle. And that was completely changed and enabled the incredible efficiency that the Tesla Semi has. Here's a couple of incomplete Tesla Semis, possibly waiting for parts. As I look closely, it looks like they've got maybe the running boards are missing on a couple of them. Those two at the top. We do also, in a minute, we'll see that area up above. And we will continue to speculate on what it could be for. You notice that some parts there, those look like maybe vinyl sheathing that goes, attaches to the running boards when the running boards. Is that a good look at the battery packs? Do you see those three? Wow, that's interesting. Those are the 3 battery packs. That's as good a look at that as I have yet to see. Okay, moving on, we are going to look at the megacharger, semi-charger. We know that one Tesla megacharger cabinet feeds 2 charging stalls, and we have 3 here and 6 charging stalls, and there's a pad for an additional expansion of probably another 6, which they're going to need. Now we just continue along the eastern perimeter. You see some stamped steel in those. Kind of surprised to see them on this end of the building. The stamping section G is on the southwest, and we are at the southeast end of the building. We're going to speed up a little bit because try to save some time and continue our circumnavigation. This is the southern perimeter of the building. Parking lot's nearly empty. And we're going over to take a look at the my hypotheses that this new area up here, which is an area they kept just bringing fill dirt in from elsewhere on the project, including the site of Mount Tesla, as they cleared that and shaped that for this factory, they moved dirt over here. Could this be the end of line parking for Tesla semis? I think it makes a lot of sense. There's a road leading into this from the Tesla semi factory, and then there's a road leading out. And something that you may may have not thought of is the fact that they're going to hire new drivers to train. They're going to have train the customers, and I believe that customer deliveries are going to happen real soon and ramp up from there. This is a little mystery area. Currently, they are storing production parts, I believe. It'll be interesting to see what the long-term plan is for that area. It looks very specific for something. Would have thought a helicopter pad, but they did paint a helipad landing area in the middle of the road leading into the Tesla Semi, or I should say leading into Gigafactory 1, the original Gigafactory. That's stamping section G. That line of vents represents the Jayco paint shop equipment, and it's spelled the same way as the insurance company Geico, but is actually pronounced Jayco, and it is a high efficiency paint shop. Now we're coming up the west end of the factory. That is the raised stamping section G. Those bins are where I expect to see most of the stamped steel extra spoils. We're about to complete the circumnavigation. Notice that the flag is not there. A lot of people also point out that why is there no flag? The only thing I can say is that the flag does get beat up pretty good in the high winds that are common here in northern Nevada, and they take it down. What I don't understand is why they don't order a baker's dozen of them and have them ready to go. Along the northern perimeter, there's a lot, it's very messy. There's even an inner cab there. Just extremely messy. Worse than my garage. And that's saying a lot. I'm not sure if this is stuff going in, piles of stuff coming out, packaging, probably a little bit of all of those, all of the above. There's more frames and inner cabs that we just flew over. In case you missed it, we have confirmed that the new fairings are made out of stamped steel. Thanks a lot, and I hope you like my end screen.